let us continue on with Parasite Eve. Um, I don't have Discord like visible right now, but Austin, if you're in chat, I did send you those overlays I was talking to you about. So whichever ones that you want to end up using, it's completely up to you. I think both of them are pretty good options. Whoa, 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 not that one. Yeah, we're gonna have to reload that. Hold on. That's a little bit too far back. uh, hold on. Can we reset? Oh yeah, no, I did see you responded. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's go with day. Yeah, day 4 is what we want in the hospital. All right, we were right back in the thick of it. So, a little bit of a recap for where we were at this point in the story. So, obviously, last time we were in Soho with Aya and Daniel and Maeda as they were going through. Managed to get back to the station, realizing that Eve had completely wrecked up the joint in an attempt to, I guess, either rile us up or look for us. Killed several officers, but luckily Ben's was safe, Daniel's son. However, part of the issue that arose in the police station was that the dog that he was looking after, the police dog of Shiva, kind of went haywire because of Eve-related reasons. I think something just fell. Anyway, because of these Eve-related incidences, Shiva turned into a monster that we ended up personally like dealing with and chasing down. Luckily, Ben is okay. Real shame about the dog. The kid cannot catch a break. But as part of that, we believe that at this point, due to a theory from Maeda, that part of the reason why Eve is going around attacking these places is, and why she's aiming for the hospital specifically now, is because this hospital runs a sperm bank and has a facility dedicated for such. She needs a vessel, or a new vessel, or at the very least to create an ultimate being, a baby, if you will, kind of continue on her legacy. This is in relation to the book. So she's here. We can tell that she's here because she tried to kill us by cutting the elevator cords that resulted in us falling straight in the actual elevator shaft in and of itself. We're fine though. Cut the power. Scary shit happened. We're back here, and we're still trying to track her down. We have managed to reconnect the power, and we're making our way through trying to figure out what the fuck she could be doing. And we ran into these little doodads. Now these guys spit that at us, which has a poison effect added to it, which is not great, but it's not necessarily hard to, get behind or avoid. I'm just bad at this game. I also have a random effect, a random rate of fire into my gun, which, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I forgot to change it several times over in the last episode. Poison effect is gone away. Sorry, you were in the bathroom. Hey, no problem. Yeah, the random rate of fire is not great on this. I don't know if whether or not I should change that back. Let's see. He has the micro Uzi. The machine gun has slightly less, but it does hold more bullets altogether. Ate a whole veggie pizza. Hey, that's not bad eating. I'll definitely muck up your stomach though. And if we're not mistaken, the big thing in this that we got is we got the green key card next time, so we need to actually find our way to that key card room so that we can actually use it. I just forgot if it was down here or if I'm bugging and it's back the other way. I want to say it's back the other way. Let's shoot. Avoid. That thing bounces around and likes to do extra splash damage because of that. There we go. Yeah, it is actually, because we fought in here, then we fought the guy, so no, we need to head back. We saved a nurse and an elderly patient the last time around. There we go. Can you tell me why this hospital uses liquid nitrogen? Well, for many different things. You can use it to freeze off warts and such, but its main use is for research. Keeps the sperm bank from spoiling. Sperm bank? Oh my god, how do I turn it off? Well, there's a valve that you can turn off in the storage area. Why? Sorry, I don't have time to explain. By the way, which floor is the research lab located on? The 13th. Thank you. I'm gonna look around to see if anyone needs medical attention. Here we are. And there goes the green key card. Yeah, so as aforementioned, she is trying to turn off all energy to the sperm bank because Eve is trying to use it to create an ultimate being. Again, in relation to the book, where this similar thing would happen. And Maya also talked about what happened in the book the last time too, where this being, because of the father's genes that she ended up using, just ended up completely failing. The being couldn't survive. Ended up just completely destroying itself. Father along with it. Pretty sad case, all things considered, but such as the kind of going rate and what ends up happening in most Japanese horror novels. Just horror novels in general. I believe this is the king bacteria. Now, we can steal an item off of this guy, but I'm not really looking to right now. This thing likes to jump off like pretty crazy. It likes to do that. Kind of an issue for us. Don't really know how to avoid that. There we go. And the B-Vest 1. Now, that is more than likely going to be worse than what we have right now, but that's okay. I don't mind actually chewing through these potions because, or medicine. I'm gonna call it potions at least every single time, like at least once. Strong against status attack, though, or status effects. Yeah, inherently weaker than what we have right now. Parasite energy is not that great. We could transfer over stats, but it's really not necessary. What I will try to do, though, if we have a tool on us, and I believe we do. Can I have this? Thank you. Now we have the benefit of it on it. Resist poison. Not bad. That leads to nothing. Does a lot of fucking damage. Yeah. That's the thing is, like, you can get good damage off of it. I want to say that's what you can end up stealing from it. And I want to say there's another... This is a chest back here. Increases range. I want to say there's a window around here too. That we need to take a look at. I want to say it might be in the other hallway somewhere. Might be upstairs. Can't go to that way. Oh yeah, Eve also just completely collapsed the stairs. Just a total fuck us. In particular. Just to kind of trap us. We can also leave stuff in the box if we need to. Let's head back into this room. I think we need to go this way. I just forgot what the actual way forward was. We're going to fight this thing again, don't we? Yeah, we do. There we go. Here's what I'm going to do. I can show this off again. It takes all of our Parasite energy, but... yeah, that's just the energy shot. Unfortunately, it causes us to be very, very dizzy afterward at the cost of all of our Parasite energy, but you do a fuck ton of damage. Maybe not enough to necessarily make a difference in the aggregate of things, but it's funny. I wonder if these actually do anything right now. No, I don't want to place an item here. That thing is insane. Yeah. I've all got to put this in this small ass room. Yeah, no, the encounters in this, and like that's the other thing too, right? It's like they were very, very smart about the way that they did encounters in this game, in a way that I think is super cool. The fact that they were willing to... the fact that encounters are so specifically designed, even for space, is something that is very, very much up the director's alley. Takashi Tokita. And it's so fucking, like, smart. Because it basically means that while encounters are very, 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 like, tightly designed, it always keeps you on your toes. Especially in this game where you have freedom of movement like this. To the 13th floor. I also have some Freezy Pops here that I really enjoy. I'm gonna chow down on a few of them while I play this. I think it's in this hallway. Oh, and look at that, a burnt body. Which means that Eve is already aware. I have to stop Eve before more people die. Let's get to it. Is this not a door? It's not. Of course, you can also tell when certain things are just going to be encounters based off of the room and the angle, which I also really like. Kill that. So, shockwave. Stay away from that. Stay away from these things. Now, luckily we resist poison, so our chances of actually getting poisoned are a lot lower, so avoiding these things isn't, like, necessarily a death sentence, but it is worth it. There we go. I ideally like to not take damage. See, prefect and you, yeah. Next, I'll have to deal with this fucking thing. There we go. So it creates this little cool bullet hell type beat that you're kind of in with certain enemy types like that. That's why I was saying I think there's definitely like room for combat systems like this to be made again. It's not fully turn-based necessarily in the traditional sense. What a new rifle. The G3A3, which has better attack than what our current machine gun does, which is obvious. The range is better on it, but the bullets are lesser. Although, despite all of that, it does have a good amount of actual like usable slots on it, so that might be useful for later on. So we're gonna hold on to it right now. It has 3 slots available and a 4th one unlocked if we give Wayne, excuse me, a door's locked, so we gotta find a key for that. If we give Wayne trading cards, which are farmable from here. Oh, hey, look at that. So, for those that are unfamiliar, that's the Chrysler Building. Odd glow coming from it for some reason. The city is supposed to be evacuated at this point in time. So what that is we are looking at a lot of the post game. We are looking at the EX game. That is where our in-game dungeon, our optional in-game dungeon will be. And it is a doozy. But we'll get to that later. Alright, so I think I actually missed the key in here. I was under the impression it was in the other room, but I might have been misremembering completely. Well, there's no might have, I definitely was. That. Alright, so that actually makes it harder for us to jump around, which in this room is a absolute death sentence. Luckily we have the potion usage, and we don't get poisoned, which would be a nightmare in and of itself. Yeah, this is a problem. We need to get rid of these things. Now we got poison, so it helps us like get rid of it, but we can still get hurt by these. I think those were complete misses because it was outside of our range. I don't know why I attacked those. I should have also healed up. That was stupid of me. No. Are we out of... We are out of... Oh, no. That's a problem. Guess we're gonna have to rely on the heal. Should have detox too, and that was stupid of me too. Parasite energy's back up though. Here, we don't necessarily need to heal right now because we can handle it in this room. There we go. A level up will help us out too. Another cure M. These balls are a pain, bro. Yeah, I know. It's the worst. Alright, a tool. No, that's the box. Yeah, I am bugging. It might be the other room. Let's take a look outside. No. I don't think I can get access to this door. Here, let's take a look at the guide. There we are. No, but there's a switch on the wall that I missed. I see. Let's see, where is that? Is it here? Oh, yeah. Big ass fucking button on the wall. Click. And there we go. And from there, we have another encounter. Alright, we're gonna have to heal up because we have no... So you know what? I think I'm gonna have to pull the trigger on this. Our full cure. Not the best thing in the world to use right now, but we're kind of out of options. And that did not heal our health like I thought it would. It's okay. We gotta revive. Now you can see what that looks like. I need you dead. I mean, I need ideally like all of these dead, but welcome back, Aya. Yeah, he won't shoot more than 4, I think. We gotta play a little bit of this game, yeah. That's also a problem. Now, luckily it doesn't take as many bullets to get these things down, but this is wasting bullets and, more importantly, like, chipping away at our health. So here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna heal up when our ATB charges up. No, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna haste. And then we're gonna heal. So this makes our movement speed a little bit easier. Then we're gonna heal again because we don't have another potion to use right now. Or medicine to use right now. I keep calling the potions. Can you tell how Final Fantasy brained I am? And that target. There we go. Boom. Where's a potion? But medicine with whimsy. You're so right. You're actually 100% right. Before we head back in here too, I think I didn't actually check this entire room because according to the guide, I believe there is a medicine here. Yes, which is very useful to us, or would have been useful, I guess, before we actually went in here, but... OST in this game is really nice. Yeah, no, the OST in this game is phenomenal. Genuinely one of my favorites of all time. If you were listening earlier, that's 2 games now in a row that I've been playing with the Yoko Shimomura OST. Did the music for KH and also does the music for this series. I guess did music for this series. I gotta be careful. Okay, that used up our potion, that's fine. There we go. And another medicine. Alright. Now that that's over, let's see what we got. Good lord. We're just getting absolutely, like, fucked. Not the good kind of way. Go ahead and use that there. Game has hands, yeah. I'm also way out of practice with this game. It's been a long minute since I played it. Now, ideally, I should be using these two, but it's kind of one of those things where, I mean, it's like, yeah, you could use up a turn on it, but I'd rather just stay in the action a little bit more. Your cage maxing today makes sense, yeah. Yeah, it's just difficulty of it. Actually, no, yeah, we can head in here. There we go. Here's the door. And we got an encounter. Worst enemies in these games. Or in this game. Go and try to shoot and burst him down. You know, I'm also going to pull See the problem too, I've been super conservative with my Parasite energy, admittedly. And a lot of my abilities, I should probably be a little bit more proactive with them. That just completely cured the haste that I had on too, which is unfortunate. Oh, our clip is empty. That's the problem. Which means we're going to have to switch our weapon, and do we even have anything with extra ammo on right now? We got this shit, but it'll reset our shit. Our range is also, our ability to shoot is going to be a little bit compromised too. We only have 19 bullets. Boom. So it does a good amount of damage, that's the good news about it. But we gotta manage to survive. And only 1 shot per. But it crits like crazy, which is good. Alright, hold on. Yeah, it's probably gonna be our best shot. Literally. I could try to hit these things, like, with the club, but that's a dumb idea. My other best shot is I could farm to try to get, like, ammo, but there's no real need to do that. Please be ammo. It's definitely not ammo. I have no idea what this is. Let's cure him. Damn it. Here, let's sort. We don't need like 8 cure M. Get out of here. The HLA list. Ben's and Lorraine's names are on here too. It's the same list that was on Dr. Clamp's computer. What's he trying to do? These are the patient records. Mariko Brea. This is my mother's record. December 23rd, 1977. Taken in with Maya Brea after an accident. Pronounced dead after cardiac arrest. Maya Brea, the daughter. The next page is missing. It's somewhere else. I also remember Maya is Melissa Pierce. It's got to be that Melissa. December 23rd, 1977. Emergency hospitalization. Operation successful. After 6 months of hospitalization, released. Needs medication from hospital. Melissa and Maya were brought in to the same hospital on the same day and operated on. No. It can't be. What is this? And we got the elevator key. So you'll remember that Maya, oh, thank God. You'll remember that Maya is obviously like Aya's sister. And that she's been having visions of her. I completely missed what that was. I missed it again. Hold on, let's try it. There we go. Artificial sperm development staff. Hans Clown? Dr. Clamp? Clamp, whichever one. And you remember that's visions that she's been having of her sister and callbacks to it. Now she remembers being on a hospital operating table, excuse me. But we don't really know if it's her or if it's Maya that she's seeing. And she's seeing visions of both her and Maya in this hospital kind of hanging out, chilling. But it also seems that Melissa, the actress from Act 1, who is currently occupying, or currently being occupied by Eve, is also a part of this. So shit's getting interesting. Very interesting. Imagine being occupied by Eve. That's the mitochondria, bro. I gotta say, I think it's very, very interesting that this game really does like present itself as such a faithful sequel to the original book. You can really tell that Sakaguchi and team, well, he didn't direct it, but he was producer of it. We can tell that the writing team specifically were very big fans of either the book or the movie. and that they wanted to do justice with the original source material, which I very much appreciate. I think it's actually pretty cool. As someone that doesn't really have a whole lot of attachment to the book. Fuck with it heavy. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think that the charm of it is just really, really cool. And we got a boss fight coming up, I believe, which is gonna be tough. You also noticed that on that floor, one of the vials was empty, so it seems that Eve got what she wanted. So it seems like we might be a little bit too late. And the fact that the actual vials were already knocked over. Admiral, fighter jets, prepare to launch. Head towards Central Park. Remember, no unnecessary attacks. Target the enemy in the air, be alert. Manhattan's practically deserted. Why don't they just... No, Lynch. We haven't received orders from the president to attack yet. At this point, we need to look for the missing people from the park and warn the city. Oh, shit. Seems they're closing in and trying to actually attack. Yeah, there's the empty vial. These cutscenes go hard for a PS1 game. Yeah, but between like FF7 and this game, like visual works for a new CG studio that had just formed at the time within Square. They did a phenomenal job across the board with all these. I forgot who I was actually in charge of these. It wasn't Yusuke Naura. At least I don't think so. I think he was hard at work at 8 at the time. FF8, that is. But no, like the sense of direction was definitely like top notch. They got a lot of people in that knew what they were doing with CJ. Part of the reason why FF7 was so fucking expensive. I think even now, if you actually like look at the list of games in terms of how much they cost on Wikipedia, I think if you scale for inflation, FF7 is still like the 3rd or 4th most expensive game ever made, specifically because of all the CG tech that they had to bring in and all the people they had to have on board to utilize like the 3D tech properly. We got boss music. Now, the spider lady. Well, we need to keep distance to initiate. So, here's the deal. She is going to try to hit us pretty hard with webs, just like the spiders from earlier. Now, she's going to shoot out multiple of them at the same time, along with another move that she has. So, what we're going to want to do here is actually keep distance and just utilize... Yeah, there we go, the flame attack. We're going to want to keep some distance and try our best to hit her when she's in range. Unlike that, it's not what we want to do. Gonna keep our distance. She's going to shoot webs. Come on. They also inflict slow on us, and if we get caught in one, she will try to run after us and eat us or bite us, just like the spiders from earlier. We are also unfortunately trapped within a little bit of a stiffness issue, so I'm gonna try to move. I'll heal. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of a weird boss fight, but we can get it done. It's not too big of an issue. The big problem is just trying to get in range so we can actually do damage to her. That was stupid of me. We can't go around that. Distance. Yeah, and then run up. There we go. Now we're also a little bit we're also in a little bit of trouble because we're on limited ammo in here from earlier, which is not great. But we got 38 and we're doing decent damage, especially with that crit we just got. Holy shit. That's not good though. But maybe we can get away with it if we actually use this to prevent stiffness. Get out. There we go. And that's why the cure M's are useful. Yeah, she'll try to do that. Swipe at us. That's super bad. We're looped. We're gonna have to... Yeah, we're gonna have to use some Parasite energy to heal up here. I don't know what sound that's supposed to be, because it's like, I guess realistically, it's like, yeah, I don't know what noise a spider would realistically make. I don't know if it's supposed to sound like a creaking door or not, though. But this is also a spider woman, so we don't really know. I don't know if that implies like a creature that used to be a spider or a literal human woman that just caught the wrong end of the deal, or the raw end of the stick that day. We're gonna heal up again. Yeah, we're gonna play it safe. We're not even gonna try that. That's fine, we still got clipped. We're gonna have to go back. Nice. Gonna try to run up on us. Bad move. Oh, it seems we got to phase 2. So this is going to be a little bit closer combat. If I remember correctly, yeah. Now she's still going to shoot spider webs at us, but we need to make sure that we are in a better spot. This will be a little bit of a better opportunity for us though, because as long as we can get good shots off. We'll be fine. And we still got plenty of Parasite energy in case we need to actually heal up. It's just mostly keeping distance that's the big thing for us. I think what I'm also going to have to... I don't necessarily need to, but a haste can't hurt in this case. It's just going to take up a good amount of energy for us. But our stuff is still replenishing, so we're in the clear. That'll help us move faster, and it'll get our actions off a little bit sooner. This thing is freaky, yeah. Big fuck ass spider. That's going to be webs. Just going to run up on us. Probably try to swipe, yeah. No. That's okay, that's why we have these. I wasn't looking at where I was. That's bad. God, this thing's gross. Any arachnophobes around? Good lord. Oh, that's bad. And we're about to tank that to the face. Kind of feel bad now. I feel like an asshole. I completely like just pushed the Cure M's to the side. It turns out they were like the biggest difference in this fight. You're gonna swipe, that's fine. Shot for your trouble, I'll take that trade. Let's heal up. And you're probably gonna try to shoot. Yep. And you notice the webs are disappearing. It means her health is getting down a little bit lower. It's not a guarantee, but it's a good sign. Kiram will never forgive you. I know, dude. Oh. Hey, look at that. Heal 3. Restores 280 HP. My goodness. We'll get the G23 for our trouble. Pretty good gun despite the fact that we don't really have the ammo to use it right now, but we're gonna have to find some more. Really stupid of me to hold on to the machine gun not knowing we're gonna run out of ammo. Or not knowing is the wrong word. Not remembering. Anyway. So you found this place. You're going to use the sperm to give birth to the ultimate being? You're a bright one. The first rebellion took place some years ago on a far-off eastern island, Japan. There, my sister committed a fatal error. I'm higher in the evolution chain than my sister, so I will never commit the same mistake. You're not my... Finally caught on, huh? No. You feeble organisms depend on machines to do all the work. Stop! You've just witnessed the limitations of humans. Please, no more. What if I don't want to? That's such a... That's a nice touch as far as the line goes. That's a very... If we're running with the idea of, like, sisterhood in this case, that's a very sisterly line of just like, stop it. Well, I don't want to. Also, you just witnessed the limitations of humans is a pretty interesting line of just look at what they need to produce a fraction of our power. It's a shame we couldn't understand each other. The jet. It's gonna crash into the roof. I've got to get out of here. This is pretty bad because I don't actually remember where to go. Here we go. Woo! Or no, the break. And these things originally, they just don't stop you in place. I also didn't take a look at that little dude that we got earlier. The gun. I'll cure him. Can't be mad at that. There we are. Over here, Maeda. Aya. We don't have any time. Eve's gotten away with the sperm sample. A sperm sample. I believe. Thank you for saving me, Daniel. You can study all you want, but you gotta brush up on other things too, man. No girl's gonna want to be with you if you're gonna be like that. What? Please. Daniel, is everything okay back at the station? That's the thing. I found out several things about Clamp, but in the past, the doctor from that hospital was fired for giving out a patient list. A list? You mean like the one with the HLA listing? These guys have access to just about everything. I've got another info too. This is what I heard from Warner, who was on to Melissa. She was seen going into the museum late at night on several occasions. Eve? She was going into the museum? We need to go there. We must get there before the being is born. Calm down there, buddy. So we got an interesting little tidbit. It seems that Melissa had been doing a whole lot of studies behind a lot of people's back. Granted, we kind of inferred that because of the medicine that she was taking. Right. The fact that she was taking it, it was prescribed to her by a doctor, but it seems that she had been taking that this entire time. And going into the museum where Clamp is, you know, known to work and everything else like that with his research lab. Makes you think. Maya. Really makes you go, Oh, Kathy is alive, thank God. Heard the captain saved Ben's life. Shiva was his partner when he was a rookie. Must have been hard for him to shoot her. Yeah, let's go talk to Baker. And company. Aya, Detective Warner has some new information. No time like the present. Save later. Some time ago, a doctor at that hospital was fired from selling off patient records. And Melissa was seen going into the museum late at night several times. Eve. Clamp. That bastard. I knew he was part of this. We'll split up here and search the entire city. Eve and Clamp must be meeting soon. We must hurry. It'll be too late once the ultimate being is born. I'll go snoop around some more for any info. Brought you a walkie-talkie so we can keep in touch. I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time speaking today. Might be the coffee. I'm counting on you too, Mr. Scientist. Whoa. We'll all split up and look for Eve. You find any trace of her, you call for backup. Aren't you gonna stay here, Daniel? And push papers all day? You're kidding me. There he goes. What will we do? Let us know if anything comes up. Yeah. Okay, I got it. That leads us to day 5. Evolution. Alright, so day 5. We got some locales that we can go to. One of them being, we can look over here, our new area of Chinatown. Locking quite a bit of the map as we go along. Look at that beautiful New York skyline. Circa 1998. Yeah, a lot of interesting locales that we can actually go to. So, with Clamp kind of on the run at this point, right, we don't really know where he is, but Eve is also absconded with Ace, for example, which we are believing that she is going to use to birth an ultimate being. Now, what this ultimate being could possibly be, well, if I was a betting man, I'd say this is a way for her to kind of live on her legacy, pass on her legacy rather, make it so that, you know, even if she disappears, her fucking plan of mitochondria taking over the planet, or at least every living organism, comes to fruition. Kind of a rough sell. Anyways, go to Chinatown. Now if I had to guess, I think there's a chest down here somewhere. I think I just headed back out to the world map. That's fine. We'll continue. There we go. Let's try it again. It's somewhere around here. There's like a couple chests up here. They're very well hidden though. Uh-oh. See, these things are evolving. Good lordy. And avoiding those is a little bit of a tricky issue. Got you. That didn't kill. Wow. There we go. Alright, finally some sweet, sweet ammo. We need that. P2. I think they're over here. There might be another chest. Anything? No. Let's continue going up. We got more of the worms from earlier as well. There we go. Yeah, that's a problem. Now we're in close quarters, so I should actually switch the gun that we have, to be honest. I'll do that after we kill this thing. The worms I can deal with. This thing has got to go. So love me if I was a worm. I would love you regardless. You always gotta love the homies. That's death. Shame, 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 shame. Although, that does give me a good time to reset, actually, because I believe we need to actually head to the station. I forgot we need to drop off some shit. Unfortunate. First death of the run on day 5. Wondering what that little 3-tailed devil actually is. It's a fucking cat. Okay, first things first, let's head over to the police station. Let's go talk to Wayne. This will help clear out some of our inventory, and we can actually, like, get rid of some of the stuff that we... some of the trading cards that we have. If we go down to the weapons department. I wonder if there's actually anything in here that we can take. Ideally, yes, right? Yeah, there should be a little bit of something extra in the back room here. Yeah, another medicine we can take. And I believe this is another tool. No, it's ammo. That's perfect for us. Thank you. Don't have one yet. We'll store some items. So, first things first. We'll move this over. We also have the key item that Mida gave us earlier, which is a good luck charm. We don't realistically need right now. As far as equipment goes, we're going to take a look at this. We also got some bonus points we can spend some stuff on. We got about 2 levels we can gain off of it. I don't know if I want to pump that into our active time so that we actually get abilities, or not abilities, we get turns a little bit faster, but then again, it's going to reset anyway, so I think I might as well pump that into weapons. We don't have time to any actually take a look at this stuff, so let me tune up these weapons. The G23 we got last time, right? It's a nice handgun. Compared to all the others, actually, I think it's a lot nicer than everything we have right now. Yeah. Yeah. The range on it is just... well, no, the range on it is actually about the same, but the attack boost from it is ridiculous. Hmm. Ideally, we should be using this rifle too, because that has the added trank status effect that I could apply to enemies, which actually like helps me out a lot. So I need to remember to switch to that after we're done with this. I think for right now, what I'm going to end up doing is... I'm going to add a slot onto there. There you go. Nothing to it. Furthermore, let's go ahead and do that now. So here's the plan. We're gonna move that over to the G23. Everything else is actually pretty useful to us, and all things considered, it's actually pretty nice. We are gonna get better guns later on too, so I think I should actually move some of these over to storage. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the MP over. It's just the inherently better one. Yeah, that's probably the best option here. So move you over. We have very limited ammo in our crates overall, but that's totally fine. There we go. And while I'm at it, let's see, before I actually switch this over, I need to change the gun. Yeah, that's just better. More shots, better trank. I mean, it's a little bit less ideal because of the actual shit that we got for it, but overall it's not too bad. What are the weapon bonuses? Maybe I can adjust those over. Here, let me take a look. No, we need to talk to him. Yeah, it's like a +1 to everything. That's really not going to be all that much unless I pump my bonus points into this. Alright, what do we got as far as items and storage? Hold on. Alright, I should probably move these, right? We're kind of gonna need them. And in exchange, I'll trade you these trading cards because I don't think I'm gonna need them right now. Well, it's useful to at least have them on hand, and we know that we can go back to the hospital and actually get some, so which is really, really nice. So technically, we can upgrade our weapons infinitely if we really wanted to, provided we had the space for it. Rifle's okay. Yeah, I think it's probably best if we do that. Here, reload. And get that out. Okay, and I think we're sitting pretty as far as everything else goes. We got the G23, the micro Uzi if we actually really need it, but I don't think I'm gonna use it for right now. It's just a nice mid-range weapon to have. But the problem is it chews up through ammo, and I really don't like that. You know what? Because I say that out loud, I'm gonna move this too. If we run into trouble, I'll come back and get it. But I think for right now, we're kind of sitting pretty as far as everything we got. And then from there, what I'll do on top of that is let me distribute some of my points. That'll be nice. And everything else we're going to be sitting pretty good on. And the last thing, let's sort. Alright, 11 out of 26. So we got plenty of inventory space. We are hurting as far as medicine goes, but we are pretty much stocked as far as everything ready to go. And we've kind of consolidated a lot of our weapons. We need a medic bag. Yeah, we definitely do. All right. Oh, I think for right now I'll probably call it. Because it's getting late. I am a little bit tired. These long streams, which I mean, this is about double the length that I normally go for, are admittedly really fun. I will end at that. But I think for right now I can definitely feel where it's like I'm not gonna be able to be all there for the next chapter. So we'll call it here. But I want to thank you all again for checking this out, coming out. If you came out today to support the stream, definitely have a lot of fun. Like I said, I think every Saturday I'm gonna end up doing like 2 games. Keep it to 1 during the week just to kind of, you know, not burn myself out. But 2 on the weekend is definitely doable. Love doing KH2 Rando. One of my favorite games of all time. So, you know, any chance I get to play it, the better. And Rando is always fun. Parasite Eve is also Bop. Gonna need to finish that at some point. We've got like only 2 more days, I think. Like we got 2 or 3 more chapters, and then we get the post game. So we're not too far behind, but yeah. Next week's schedule, same as usual. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are going to be my main days to stream, which means I will be taking about 2 days off from here. If you're checking this out on the VOD, if you're catching this on YouTube, you'll probably hear this as well. So, I mean, either way, yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are my stream days at 7, of course, every day. But want to appreciate and thank you all for coming out. I'm gonna head out and get some much needed like food to finally eat. Probably won't sleep tonight because I got some stuff to do, but tired enough that I can stop here for right now. But thank you all, and I will see you all Tuesday at 7.